1 and 2, which you don't pick up on unless you study, but I'm going to point them out to you because I find them interesting. In verse 1, he speaks in the past, and in verse 2, he speaks the last days, implying that he speaks from beginning to the end. That's who speaks in the Old Testament, is Jesus. And that's something cool I find in these verses. In verse 1, he speaks through the fathers. And in verse 2, he speaks directly to us. That's also interesting. In verse 1, he spoke by the prophets. In verse 2, he speaks through his son. That's also kind of cool. And I saved the fourth one for the last, just to ponder on. Don't, if you disagree, that's cool, but just ponder on it. In verse 1, he speaks in many ways, diverse ways, if you remember from yesterday. In verse 2, he speaks one way, and that's through the Son, through the gospel. The next Greek word right here is in green. It's etheken, which means